Man, hold up, listen to this. Pooh Shiesty might seriously need to switch lawyers right now. Somebody go get Brian Steele on the phone. At this point, I'm not even joking. A public defender might actually do better than what he's working with. Now, before y'all go crazy, yeah, I know, just 2 days ago, I said he had one of the top attorneys in the game. But last week, after Shiesty got denied bail, his lawyer stepped up and did a press conference where he started going off on Gucci Mane and the feds. He was claiming the feds don't even have real physical evidence on Shiesty and his people. And on top of that, he tried to hit Gucci's street credibility by saying Gucci was talking to the police the night of the robbery. He even mentioned that there's an interview lined up with the FBI. But today, man, he pulled a move that could seriously mess up his credibility. Look, I understand it. Defense attorneys gotta fight hard and say whatever they can to help their client. But at the same time, you gotta make it sound believable. Now, after the feds came out saying Shiesty allegedly went to Staples to print a contract he planned to force Gucci Mane to sign.
Defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows. Electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene.
Hold up. Y'all really gotta hear this. So you're telling me Brad Cohen, Pooh Shiesty's lawyer, had an explanation for that Staples trip? Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I had to replay this part like 10 times just to make sure I wasn't tripping, because what he's about to say, man, it'll have you questioning everything you thought you understood. Here's exactly what he claimed.
Your client, that was part of this filing, and was purportedly used, to support for the arrest. And so it says, the complaint claims that your client was wearing an ankle monitor because he was serving a sentence, like you mentioned, the prior case, these federal charges, I believe drug and weapons charges, and he was sentenced to home detention. He had to wear an electronic monitoring device. And they say that authorities were able to allegedly use the location data from that device to seemingly track his apparent movements near the crime scene. And I believe they say that the ankle monitor was used to track him and Williams Sr. to a Staples, and the allegation was there that they went to a Staples early in the day to print off that agreement, to print off the contractual release paperwork that they say they were forcing RD to later sign. And the feds also claim that the surveillance video and the GPS data, they put them there. So talk to me about the ankle monitor.
Sure. First, let me just address the Staples thing. Like, I don't even care if they're at Staples. Like, they're going to a recording studio, and normally my clients usually print off the lyrics for different individuals. If you have 5 individuals that are going to be on one record and they each have a section or a part, they'll usually print those things off. So I really didn't care about the Staples thing.
Bad news. Good news, we got your payment, buddy. Bad news, they gave you life. Sayonara.
Man, hold up, Brad Cohen. You wild for that one. I'm not even gonna lie. You almost deserve to get checked behind that statement, because what you just said, nah, that ain't it. And at this point, hey, feds, whatever y'all throwing at Pooh Shiesty, you might as well bundle him in too, because that explanation just made things worse, not better. You really expect a jury to sit there and believe that somebody like Pooh Shiesty pulled up to Staples with 6 dudes just to print lyrics? Lyrics they could literally pull up on their phones in seconds. Come on, man, listen to this. That story doesn't even sound right out loud. And now you're telling me that was supposedly his first time setting foot in the Staples. Yeah, okay. The crazy part is, his lawyer could have easily played it smart and just said no comment, kept it moving, and handled all that in court where it actually matters. Instead, it feels like he just threw something out there and hoped it would stick, and now it got everybody looking sideways. Shiesty, the police, the judge, everybody involved. And let's not forget, Gucci Mane already went on record with that crash dummy narrative, saying he was only there for a meeting. These dudes linked up at the studio to talk business, not to cut a track. Let's be real for a second. Now look, Brad Cohen is an experienced attorney, so you would think there's a bigger strategy behind all this. Hopefully. But here's where it gets tricky. Pooh Shiesty himself has said before that he doesn't even write, he freestyles most of his music. So now that Staples story, it just raised more questions than answers.
Now it's like a mix of both. Like one day I might just go in there and just freestyle, just catch it. Another day I might just write some, or all I need, it's to the point now, all I need is words. Like, I feel like if I tell you to give me some words while I rap, I feel like you'll run out of words before I mess up my rap. That's how I feel right now.
So if I give you a word right now, freestyle the Pooh or something?
Try me.
I'm just gonna throw out rock.
Rock in the sock. In jail with a lock in the sock. I can just go, you know what I'm saying? I can just go, like, give me another word.
Fireplace.
Fireplace. With this Draco, you try to run, you can't escape. Ain't no way, ain't no games, ain't no plan. I'm a man, I'm a grown man, I stand on business, aiming with precision. Glock on me, shoot till it's empty. Glock on me, shoot till it's ticking. Rich a million, you know what I'm saying? I just can go, like, it's just a mindset thing. I took a lot of practice though. Then you got me laughing, so if we was serious, we would've did something else.
Man, listen to this. It's gonna be real hard to sell this story. You really expect a jury to believe Pooh Shiesty pulled up to Staples with 5 dudes, allegedly strapped, just to print out some lyrics for a song? Come on now. Hold up, that doesn't even sound believable when you say it slowly. At that point, it starts sounding like a movie plot instead of real life, and that's exactly where the problem is. That's why I always say, man, stay out of the way, stay out of the streets, because situations like this spiral fast. Now, I gotta ask y'all this. If you were sitting on that jury, are you buying what his lawyer is selling or nah? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's really talk about it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Put the ink to the paper, I was under duress. Put the ink to the paper, I was under duress.